Team Cyprian, once again, welcome to our channel, and I have a breaking news from Chief Justice Mother Koome, whereby I may demand that the National Police Service immediately to reinstate the Security of Justice Lawrence Mugambi ambaye aliweza kusema kwamba acting IG Masengeli aweze kufungwa miezi 6 because alikuwa na contempt of court 7 times. Hii ni baada ya security ya bwana Mugambi kukua withdrawn by the government. Hiki ni kitu ambacho kimeshtua wengi, kimeshtua Wakenya wengi sana mpaka tumebaki tukijiuliza maswali. Je, president amekuwa akisema kwamba Kenya it's ruled by law. Kwani law inafika kwa wale watu ambao ni wakubwa haitumiki kabisa. Mbona withdraw security ya bwana Mugambi? Why is our government acting like school dropouts ambao hawaelewi the law? This is something yenye may raise concerns. Imefanya mpaka Wakenya sisi wote tumejam, tunajiuliza maswali. Is Masengeli above the law? If he is above the law, why do we have laws? Why do we have courts in this country? Kama hawawezi respect the court, waseme kwamba vile koti imeweza kusema afike mahakamani, aelezee where are those kids wenye walikuwa abducted, or daughters and sons of this country who were abducted, waelezee wako wapi. Wale vijana ambao inasemekana waliaga na miili zao hazijaweza kupatikana, tuambiwe wako wapi. Why are they acting like people wenye hawaelewi sheria kabisa? Na wao, remember, this is IG, acting inspector general, and a behave like this. I'm so shocked. As a Kenyan, as a concerned Kenyan, I'm so mad. I'm so shocked why our Kenyan people are behaving like this. Anyway, guys, before my pressure increase, let's listen to what Mother Koome had to say.
The wake of this ruling, and disturbing action was taken by the National Police Service over the weekend. The security detail assigned to Honorable Justice Mugambi were disarmed and withdrawn. This deliberate and punitive measure represents a direct assault on judicial independence, an affront to the rule of law, and a violation of the principles enshrined in our Constitution. Article 160 of the Constitution unequivocally protects judicial independence, stating that the judiciary is subject only to the Constitution and the law and shall not be subject to the control or direction of any person or authority. Additionally, any benefits or conditions of service related to a judge's position, including their security, must not be varied to their disadvantage, particularly in retaliation for the lawful execution of their judicial duties. Security for judges is an accrued benefit that cannot be withdrawn whimsically. The act of withdrawing the security of a sitting judge following a judicial decision that displeased certain authorities is deeply concerning. It sends a chilling message to the judiciary and indeed to the public at large, that those entrusted with upholding justice and safeguarding our rights can be intimidated, that judges can be bullied or retaliated against for their rulings. Such actions erode public trust in the independence of the courts. They also undermine the very foundation of our constitutional democracy and pose a risk to disregard of our institutions and descends to lawlessness. If dissatisfied with a judicial decision, the appropriate recourse is to appeal to a higher court. Indeed, we are aware that an appeal has already been filed and is waiting to be heard and determined. We caution, however, that retaliatory measures against a judge or judicial officers have not.
Kumsikiza our Chief Justice Martha Koome vile ameweza kuongea, na ningependa nisome a message from her ndio tuweze kuelewa pia alikuwa na yapi ya kusema. Chief Justice Martha Koome has demanded that the National Police Service immediately to reinstate the security of Justice Lawrence Mugambi. The judge's security was allegedly withdrawn after he sentenced the Acting Inspector General of Police Gilbert Masengeli to 6 months in prison. The CJ on Monday raised concerns over the alleged withdrawal and said such an issue is one of the many others giving us sleepless nights. Imagine, this is our Chief Justice. Anasema vitu kama hizo ndizo zinampatia sleepless nights. That means our courts aziko na mamlaka anymore, azina ile freedom, azina kabisa. In press briefing at the Supreme Court buildings, Koome, who is the chairperson of the Judicial Service Commission, JSC, strongly condemned the act of intimidation and assured Kenyans they will come to stand firm no matter what they face. So that means our judiciary at all, I want that freedom. As I told you before, ile video ya kwanza niliwaambia this is intimidation. They are trying to blackmail these courts. They are trying to blackmail our judges. Wanataka kuwa intimidate so that next time wakati shida kama hii itatokea, hakuna jaji atakaye simama, kwa maana ataogopa kwamba maisha yake itakuwa hatarini. Like now, Judge Mugambi hana security. Anything might happen. Maisha yake iko hatarini. Na pale mwanzo tuliweza kuambiwa kwamba kuna askari ambaye alikuwa anashinda akipiga simu akiulizia mahali hapo mpaka akaenda hapo kupigia driver yake. These Kenyan people, I don't trust them. Especially our president. Anasemanga yeye ni mtu anaamini mambo ya rule of law. Nauliza hivi, kama unaamini mambo na sheria, mbona our judge aweze kuangaishwa ama aweze kunyanganywa security yake? Why? Even Martha Koome herself amesema kwamba wata come out strongly because vitu kama hizi ndizo zinampeanga sleepless nights, meaning they don't have peace, meaning our judiciary imehijackiwa with someone. And that's what I've been saying, guys. If we are not very careful, this country is going to be sold out. We are going to be slaves in our own country. We are going to cry in our own country. We are not going to speak. We are not going to stand and say this is not the right thing in our own country. And that's why you are seeing our president anakazana na wale minions wake ili waweze kuleta a Dani group in this country, waweze kukava ama waweze kuchukua kila kitu. And one Ugandan resident said this: Kenyans, stand on your feet, pray hard, fight hard, because it's like Ruto is trying to bring the tunasema dictatorship in this country, because no way kwa jaji ambaye ameweka ile kiwango ama amekata ile sheria ya kusema kwamba Masengeli alikuwa na makosa, afike kule kotini aelezee, akakataa kuenda mara 7. Ikakuwa lazima hiyo ni court attempt, akapewa kifungo cha miezi 6. Leo hii tunaambiwa kwamba judge amenyanganywa security yake. Hiyo ni blackmail. Hatuwezi tukakubali tukaliwe inji yetu ambaye ilikuwa na amani. Mababu zetu waliokuaga kitambo walipigania hii inji mpaka tukapata freedom. And that's why we are saying, guys, let's stand as youths. Let's fight for this country. If we are not going to fight for our country, tutalia mpaka vitukuu vyetu vitakuja kulia. Watakuja kutuliza, mom, dad, when you saw everything happening, what happened? What did you do? That's why ni jukumu letu kama wananchi, kama wa vijana, tuweze kufika pale Huduma Center, tuchukue ID. Let's register as voters, guys. Sababu Sisi kama vijana tunajulikana mara mingi kupiga tu mdomo online. We don't vote. So 2027, let's make a difference. Let's show these people like we Gen Z and millennials, we have decided we are going to stand with Kenyans. We are going to fight for our Kenyan people. We are going to fight for our rights since we know we have our own rights. The power belongs to people. The power does not belong to a leader, but it belongs to people. So, vile mmeweza kusikia pia Chief Justice Martha Koome amesema immediately iwe reinstated. Anyway, I just want to read something here. In the event it doesn't submit himself, CS Interior must take all steps to ensure he is committed to prison to serve sentence. Sasa wanataka kutudanganya kwamba Masengeli kama hawezi akajipeleka yeye mwenyewe pale prison, CS Interior atamshika. How true is this, guys? Do you believe this government? Hii government ya uongo kama Ruto mwenyewe anaenda huko nje anadanganya mpaka watu wa nje, sembuse sisi. Huyu siezi ni msiezi mgani ataenda kushika IG? Tuambiane tu kweli. Who is going? Nani ataenda kumshika? Eh? Anyway, I just want to read something here. Koome said the act of withdrawing the security of a sitting judge following a decision that appeared to have displeased certain authorities is deeply concerning. It sends a chilling message to the judiciary and the public at large that those entrusted with upholding justice and safeguarding our rights can be intimidated, bullied, or retaliated against for their rulings. She said, that's Martha Koome's speech. She explained that parties who are dissatisfied with court decisions are always allowed to appeal, adding that those who lose should not result in punitive measures as been taken by the police. We are aware that an appeal has been filed and is yet to be heard and determined. We caution, however, that retaliatory measures against a judge or judicial officer have no place in a democratic society. Judge, she said, must be free to make decisions based solely on the law without fear or retribution or interference. They should be allowed to make decisions without interference. They should be allowed to make decisions anytime. Whether you are a big person or you are a small person, we must respect the rule of law. We must respect the law. The law is the one governing this country. We are not being governed by anyone, but we are being governed by the rule of law. I don't know, guys, my fellow Kenyans, what do you think about Chief Justice Koome's remarks? And what do you think? This thing of imetoka juu. Hii ni kitu imetoka kwa head of states. Anyway, guys, wanasema ni mtu wetu amesema. Sasa tufanye nini? Wakenya tuamkeni, tusije tukalala. Tukiendelea kulala, tutaumia na tutalia. Thank you, guys. See you in our next video.